and I will go to the point of exhaustion where my body will give up.
How is it you're able to perform such extraordinary tasks?
No water, no food. I don't take anything.
Now, did you ever, again, in the time in the SAS, run the bleep test?
Yeah, quite regularly.
Quite regularly, and I imagine
In fact, not so much in the SAS, but the latter parts of the parachute regiment, we did the early form of bleep tests.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much that's changed now, but I mean,
it's probably still used. And that test, for those who don't know it, you run between two fixed distances, the beeps get quicker and quicker, and you run to exhaustion.
Yeah.
And I imagine at that you did pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, this measures the objective marker of cardiovascular fitness called VO2 max.
Right.
And I would like a result, for a male of your age, would like a result over something like 34, 35.
Right.
That's not a percentage, that's how many millilitres of oxygen per kilogram per minute. And your result, as you see on the screen there, was 40.
Right.
What does that mean? Well, that puts you into the 90th percentile for a male of your age. Now, that's going to be slightly compromised. I would say it's a couple of points higher based on the fact that you did this with a little bit of a bug or a cold. But I think that's a result that raises a really interesting question, which is, how's your fitness compared to a few years ago? But also, how is it you're able to perform such extraordinary tasks? Because, I watch you on the SAS, Who Dares Wins, and you are able to complete all of the physical tasks.
Yeah.
And I suppose if I raise this result, my result is a smidgen higher than that, and I'm younger than you, not a bit younger than you, but I have no doubt you would outperform me in every physical task that we were to complete
that's
together.
That's psychological, though.
So that's interesting. So where does that, if we were doing some physical task and you were getting tired, how is it you don't stop?
Because I don't want to lose.
Interesting.
And I'll just say I can do it. It's going to hurt, but I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
And I will go to the point of exhaustion where my body will give up, and I'll drag that broken carcass till my mind gives up.
And is that still
and
is
that
that the
doesn't
same
give
now?
up early?
Same now as it was
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
I run my knees. I've had crepitus in my knees since I was 40, and I remember when I had the X-rays and tests done while I was out in the jungle school, Brunei.
Yeah.
The doctor called me and he goes, "You know what? If I didn't see you sat in front of me, this is when I was 40.
Yeah.
He said I would have said those knees are an 80-year-old man's.
Amazing.
From all the jumping and carrying and he said, when does it hurt? And I went, well, when I'm sat still. He goes, don't sit still. I went, fair enough.
Lesson learned.
And still now, they're better now because I've had a little bit of stem cell treatment on my knees.
Clever.
Which you can talk about if you want. But and it worked. And again, I don't know if that's psychological because I just think something's been done. I can do it. But honestly, everything for me it's in the mind.
I agree. And that result basically shows that. So your fitness is very, very good.
Yeah.
Right? But you would be able to achieve tasks that are greater than that result would do. So I would, if I looked at the things you do, I would expect that result to maybe 45, a little bit higher. And that tells me again that you get the tasks done through this inner grit. When you're in that endurance event and the pain comes, what is the internal narrative? What do you say to yourself? It was one of the old Tour de France cyclists used to say, "Shut up, legs."
No.
It's
the devil and angel inside your head. And the big thing is time. Everything's about time. Passage in time. You know what? I know I'm going to do 10Ks. And I get to the 10K point and I'll go another more. I'll go another K. And my wife hates it because I know she knows it's going to come.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. And I'll go do it. And it's hurting. And I'm just thinking, okay, if I move my legs a bit faster, I'm going to get there quicker. So it's going to be over quicker. Again, it's about time.
Wow.
So I just keep saying, the quicker I move, the quicker I do it, the quicker it's done. I try not to do that anymore because I think I'm wishing my life away doing it.
Yeah.
And that's why when I train, I never have music, no water, no food. I don't take anything.
Yeah.
Unless it's endurance. If I'm doing endurance when I'm going to be out doing 20, 30 kilometres over the mountains, then I'll take stuff and not music, but I'll take food, I'll take water, just in case you get caught out.
Yes.
But any training session throughout the day where I know I'm going to be finishing in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, no music, because then I'm thinking about it. And when you're thinking about it, I believe, and scientists might tell me different, I think you work harder.
Your great-grandparents got something from drinking water that you probably don't. Over the last century, we've made water safer to drink, on the whole, but something has been lost in the process. Natural water sources once provided essential minerals that our bodies evolved with over thousands of years. Today's water, even premium bottled source water, contains 78% fewer minerals than it did just a century ago. In fact, you'd have to drink 1.5 bathtubs to replenish the minerals that you lose in a litre of sweat. So if you think your water is hydrating you optimally, think again. Pure Sport, a company that I personally trust and use, solves this problem for high performers through their ultra electrolytes, a science-backed ratio of electrolytes in one single sachet. Optimize your hydration and leave the bath for bathing. Use our exclusive discount code EE10 at www.puresport.co for 10% off.
If you're listening to music and I go for a 10-mile run, by the time I've got to the end of a certain track, I go, oh, I finished. I haven't thought about it, and I don't think I get the benefit out of it. Maybe I do, but I don't feel it.
That's so interesting, because a lot of the science will show people distract the pain using noise. So
feel the pain.
Well,
and you know you're working.
I love that.
Your mind knows you're working, your body knows you're working, and then you can say to yourself, is this worth it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's excruciating pain, of course you've got to stop and deal with it.
Yes.
But what is pain? Is it pain or is it discomfort?
Yeah. And when did you build the skills to bear that pain? Was there a definitive moment?
You know what? I think from a kid.
Yeah.
I had a tough upbringing, and we lived in I came from a very poor family. We walked to school. Every kids got the bus. We walked in the snow with holes in our shoes. You just got on with being hardships. Yeah. And I think it started back then, because at the end of the day, you've still got to do it. I've got to walk to school. I can't go back home to my dad. He'll clout me and throw me to school. Yeah. So, walk in the rain with your feet cold and wet and hurting. So what? You still got to do it. Just get going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It'll pass.
It will pass.
And so it started there. And, which really helped me when I got into the parachute regiment as a young soldier. Yeah. Being cold and wet in the middle of a field, putting a house on my back and walking and running. So what? It hurts, but I can do it. It's not a big deal. It's not going to kill me.
And I feel that. I think people who've had the ability to endure hardship have built that grit. How does because lots of people can't tolerate that discomfort of exercise. Yeah. How does someone in their 40s now who hasn't had that challenging upbringing, hasn't built those skills, how do they come to tolerate that pain?
You've just got to, you've got to acknowledge it's going to hurt, firstly. Yeah. Whatever you're going to do ain't going to be easy. If it's easy, it ain't worth doing. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. Just accept, I want to, instead of taking the car to work every day, I'm going to run or walk or cycle. Yeah. Ain't going to be comfortable, ain't going to be smooth for a while. Then you get into a routine, you get better. And like anything, the more you do, the better it gets. So firstly, acknowledge it. It's going to hurt. Yeah. It's going to take time. It doesn't happen overnight. People go, oh, I get a six-pack. Yeah. I'll go and do sit-ups for 2 days. Oh, there's no change. Of course there's no freaking change, because you ain't getting time. Yes. So acknowledge it's going to hurt. Yes. Expect it to be however long it is, but the quicker, the more you do of it, the quicker you'll get the results of whatever that may be, and getting over that pain and getting over. So you've got to want to do it.
Love it.
And you've got to get away from comfort. It's a cliche, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It is, but it's true. It's never easy, because if it's easy, we'll all do it. Yeah. Everybody's waiting and they're all waiting for that one piece of advice from somebody like me. Go, how can I get to it? I'll tell you how you can. Work hard, accept it's going to be hard, and do it. Stop talking about it. Do it. Being given things, great. It wears off pretty quick. Achieving things and earning it is a great feeling. I've done that. I hurt going up that mud track. I hurt being at the back of that run and then getting to the front. Yeah. But you know what? I did it. And it's good. It's a good feeling.